Bridges. Bridge may be reinforced concrete or steel construction. We will discuss in this chapter about the design of reinforced concrete bridges. Okay, and in this lecture we will discuss about the T-beam bridges. We will study T-beam bridges. In this lecture we will solve one question for T-beam bridges, so that you will clear about the step involved in this for the construction of T-beam bridges. So here is a question. A reinforced concrete T-beam bridges consist of 5 beams 1.75 meter apart, and the span of the bridges is 12 meter, clear with the end bearing of 60 centimeter. The live load on the bridge is 1700 Newton per square meter, including impact load. The carriageway over the bridge to be the 7 meter wide, with the footpath of 1.5 meters width on the either side, and the load on the footpath may be taken as 3900 Newton per square meter. Design the bridge. Okay, here is our figure according to the values given. Okay, and these are the components of the T-beam bridges. So these are known as deck slab. Here we have to design deck slab. This is footpath, both side of the carriageway. Okay, and this is our road, and these are our 5 beams: 1 T-beam, 2 T-beam, 3 T-beam, 4, 5. Okay, and all are 1.75 meter apart from each other. Okay, this figure shows an arrangement of the bridge. A parapet of 10 centimeter thick and 1.25 meter high is provided inside. So here we have given 10 centimeter parapet thick. This is 10 centimeter thick. The thickness of this parapet is 10 centimeter, that is 100 mm. And the height, this is the height, this is 1.25 meter. Here we have given this height 1.25 meter, and the thickness of this is 100 mm. Okay, at very first we will design for the design of footpath slab. We will design for the footpath slab. For this is footpath, and we will design for the footpath slab. So the bending moment for the footpath slab will consist of the following. Consider 1 meter run of the bridge. We will design for the 1 meter bending moment due to the self weight of parapet. Parapet का self weight कितना होगा? 0.1. This is the thickness, and 1.25. This is the height, and this is the specific gravity of the concrete, and 1.55. This is our length of the footpath. Okay, so we will get 484 Newton meter. Okay, bending moment due to the bearing coat 7.5 centimeter. Okay, bearing कोड की वजह से जो बेंडिंग मोमेंट डेवलप होगा वो हमें निकालना है. तो 1.5 इंटू this length, 1.5 into we have, this is the thickness of the bearing coat, so we have converted into meter. 0.075 into this is the specific gravity of the material, so 24,000 into 1.5 divided by 2 equal to, we have 2025 Newton meter. This is page number, ignore this. Third, we have to find out the bending moment due to the weight of the footpath for 15 centimeter. So we have 1.6 into 0.15 into 25, this is 5 into 0.8. So we have 4800 Newton meter. So we have taken here 1.6 because we have taken the thickness of 10 centimeter here. So we have taken this length from here to here. So we have taken 1.6. Okay, 1.6 into 0.15. This is the thickness of the, we have taken for the 15 centimeter. So we have changed it in the meter. So 0.15, and this is the specific gravity of the concrete, and this is our 1.6 divided by 2. This is half of length. Okay, so we have 4800 Newton meter. Here we have also done 1.5 divided by 2. Okay, half of length. Bending moment due to live load. We have live load 3900 for the footpath, and this is 1.5 into 1.5 divided by 2. So we have 4388 Newton meter. So maximum bending moment for the footpath slab is total of this. So we have 16057 Newton meter. So this is the maximum bending moment occur on the footpath. So this is the maximum bending moment occur at the footpath. Okay. For designing of the T-beam bridges, we will take sigma CBC 5 Newton per mm square, that is 500 Newton centimeter square, and sigma ST for steel, and this is for concrete. T equal to 140 Newton per mm square, that is 14,000 Newton per centimeter, and modular ratio is 18, and equating the moment of the resistance to the maximum bending moment we have. For the maximum bending moment, we will solve by this formula: 85 into 100 into d square equal to, this is maximum bending moment for the footpath slab. So 16057 into 100. So we have d, depth 13.7 centimeter. We are designing for the slab of the footpath. So we get, for depth of footpath, we get 13.7 centimeter. So we will provide greater than this 15 centimeter. Okay, we will provide 15 centimeter for the depth of the footpath slab. Okay, for footpath we will provide 12 mm dia bar. Assume, okay, at the clear cover of 15 mm, we will provide clear cover 15 mm. This clear cover, this is the depth of the slab of the footpath, and this is the clear cover 15 mm. And for the effective cover 15 mm plus this length plus half of this 6, this is 12 mm dia bar, so half of this is 6, so 15 plus 6 equal to 21 mm, that is 2.1 centimeter. Now effective depth available, from here to here available, we have 15 minus 2.1, we have taken 15 centimeters, so 15 minus 2.1, that is 12.9 centimeter. So for AST, we will provide 16057 into 100 divided by 14,000 into 0.87 into 12.9 centimeter. So we have 10.2 centimeter square. This is the area of steel. So this is the AST which we will provide, area of steel we will provide in this section. Now spacing for the 12 mm dia bar, 1.13 into 100, we will get 10.2 centimeter. So we will provide 11 centimeter center to center distance. So for footpath we will provide 12 mm dia bar at the rate of center to center distance between these two bar is 11 centimeter. Okay. Now for the distribution steel, that is 0.15% of the gross area. So we have 0.15% divided by 100 into 15 into 100 centimeter square. We have taken for the 1 meter, so 100 centimeter square, and this is the depth of the slab. So we will get 2.25 centimeter square. So spacing for the distribution bar, we have 12 centimeter center to center distance. For main bar we have 11 centimeter center to center distance, and for the distribution bar we will provide 22 mm center to center distance of the distribution bar. Okay, that's it for the design of the footpath slab. Now we will go for the design of the deck slab for the T-beam bridges. Now we will design deck slab. So for deck slab load, we have dead load of the deck, that is 15 centimeters. So we have 250 into 15, that is 3750 Newton per meter square. Wearing cord 7.5 centimeter. So we have 240 into 7.5, that is 1800 Newton per meter square, and live load we have 1700 Newton per meter square. So total dead load we have 22550 Newton per meter square. Here we have taken depth of the deck slab 15 centimeter and bearing coat, the coat over the slab, जो रोड होता है उसके ऊपर जो बियरिंग कोट होता है उसका थिकनेस 7.5 सेंटीमीटर. ओके, एंड दिस इज द specific gravity of the concrete. Slab will be made up of the concrete, so specific gravity of the concrete is, for this we have taken in centimeter, so this is 250, otherwise we can write it 000 and we can take it into meter, so 15. Okay, so just because we have taken 15 centimeter, so that's why we have write it here. The specific gravity of the concrete is 250 and the specific gravity of this bearing coat we have 240, otherwise we can take it 2400 and one more 0 and we will convert it into meter. Okay, got it? So this is our total dead load. Considered a 1 meter wide stripe of the deck slab, maximum bending moment, we have formula for the maximum bending moment, WL square divided by 10. So this load is W, L square, this is the length, here to here length is 1.75 meter, so L square divided by 10, so we got 6905 Newton meter. Okay, 690,590 Newton centimeter. This is the maximum bending moment for the deck slab for 1 meter. Okay, now we will provide 2.5 centimeter clear cover. The effective depth of the center of the 12 mm diameter bars. So we have taken it here 15 centimeter for the depth of the deck slab. Okay, so we have taken here, that is, this is the clear cover for the slab 15 centimeter we have, and clear cover we have taken. Clear cover is the distance between the steel reinforcement and the bottom of the slab, and effective cover is the center of the reinforcement to the bottom of the slab. Okay, so we have taken clear cover 2.5 centimeter here, and for the effective cover we have 2.5 plus 0.6, that is the half of the reinforcement. So for the effective depth of the slab we have 15 centimeter total depth. So for effective depth slab we will reduce this from this, so we will get 11.9 centimeter. This is the leftover depth is, that is effective depth is 11.9 centimeter. Okay, so for area of steel, AST equal to, we have maximum bending moment 690,590, that is we have 1400 into 0.87, this is the depth, so we get 4.76 centimeter square. This is the area of steel. We will provide 12 mm die bar, so spacing of the 12 mm die bar is 23 centimeter center to center distance, C to C distance. This is area of one bar, 12 mm die bar, and this is total area, and we have taken for the 1 meter, so this is the spacing for this value. Okay, so that's it for the design of deck slab. Now we will design for the beam. So load per meter run on intermediate T beam. T beam पे कितना लोड आएगा वो हमें निकालना है. तो लोड फ्रॉम डेक स्लैब की वजह से जो लोड आएगा टी बम पे वो काउंट करेंगे. तो ये लोड आ रहा है इंटू 1.75. This is the spacing between the T beam. Earlier told you that this is the spacing. So for this length we have load from deck slab. This is we have find out earlier, and this is the length. We will get 39462 Newton per meter. So dead load on the rib, we will get dead load on this rib. Okay, so we have rib length, we have this length is 112 centimeter, and this length we have 36 centimeter. Okay, so for the load 0.97, this is overall length. So this is the effective length of the flange, and this is the width of the rib, and this is the specific gravity of the concrete. So we will get 8730 Newton per meter. So we have total load through the intermediate T beam, we have 48192 Newton per meter. Load per meter run on the end beam. Now load per meter run on the end beam we have earlier found out for the intermediate T beam. We have 5 T beam. So for intermediate T beam we have find out by this. On this we will get load by the deck slab. The deck slab will be lie on the intermediate beam. So load will be occur due to the deck slab and the dead load of the rib. Okay, now we will find out for the end beam. Okay, now we will find for the end beam, and for end beam we have 2 cantilever, that is this is end beam, and this is one cantilever slab, and this is another cantilever slab of footpath. Okay, from cantilever slab weight of the parapet का weight ऐड होगा, this weight and wearing coat का weight, और जो फुटपाथ का स्लैब का वेट है वो भी ऐड होगा. ओके, तो वेट ऑफ द पारापेट 0.10 इंटू 1.25 इंटू 25000 इक्वल टू 3125 न्यूटन पर मीटर. Similarly for the wearing coat, we have wearing coat 7.5 centimeter, so we have add up and we will get 2700 Newton per meter. And for the footpath slab, this slab, for the footpath slab we have 0.15, and this is the length of the slab 1.6, and this is the specific gravity, so we will get 6000 Newton per meter. Live load on the footpath slab 3900 into 1.5, so we will get 5850 Newton per meter. Now we will find for the load from the deck slab. This load will be occur on this end beam, and this load also will occur on this beam, that is end beam. Okay, so load from the deck slab on intermediate beam, the load come from the deck. Similarly for the end beam also the load due to deck will be occur. So only half load will be occur at the end beam of the bridges. Okay, so we have 39462 Newton per meter. So load will occur half of this load at the end beam of the bridge. Okay, so 19731 Newton per meter is the load from the deck slab. Okay, dead load of the rib, dead load rib का यहाँ भी occur होगा. Okay, 8730 Newton per meter. Okay, so total load will be occur 46136 Newton per meter. But load on the intermediate beam is 48192. Here is 48192, and this is the load for the end beam. Okay, and hence the intermediate beam carry heavier load than the end beam. We shall therefore design the intermediate beam for the maximum bending moment. Okay, जो लोड अकर हो रहा है सेंटर वाले इंटरमीडिएट बीम पे और एंड बीम पे, तो जो इंटरमीडिएट बीम पे लोड अकर हो रहा है वो ग्रेटर हो रहा है, ज़्यादा हो रहा है, और इस वाले साइड बीम पे लोड कम अकर हो रहा है. ओके, तो हम लोग जो ग्रेटर लोड है इंटरमीडिएट बीम पे उस लोड को कैरी करके बेंडिंग मोमेंट फाइंड करेंगे. ओके, सो दिस इज ग्रेटर लोड एंड दिस इज लेस देन इट, So we will take this load for the further equations. So maximum bending moment equal to W. This is the load, W into this is the length 12.6 meter square divided by 8. WL square divided by 8. We have formula for the bending moment. So we will get 9563700 Newton centimeter. Now assuming 26 mm dia bar are likely to be provided 2 row and provide a clear cover of 4 cm to the outlet layer of the bar, effective depth of the centroid of the tensile reinforcement, the overall depth minus clear cover minus dia of the bar minus half of the spacing between the layers. So this is the depth, overall depth, and this is the cover, clear cover we have provided, and this is diameter of the bar 26 mm, so 2.6 centimeter, and this is the half spacing between the layers 0.6. So we will get 104.8 centimeter is the depth for the T-beam. Okay, approximate lever arm equal to D minus D dash by 2. So we have D, this for T-beam we have depth 104, and for the depth of the deck slab we have 15 divided by 2, so 97.3 centimeter. Approximate steel requirement we have, this is the maximum bending moment, and this is 1400 into, so we will get 70.20 centimeter square. Let us provide 14 bars of 26 mm diameter arranged in 2 layers with 7 bars in each layers. ओके 14 बार्स हम प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं स्लैब में 2 लेयर्स में, 7 ईच बार्स में प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं. एरिया ऑफ स्टील प्रोवाइडेड 74.34 centimeter, and the width of the flange of the T-beam we will calculate by this. For width of the flange, this length, width of the flange we will calculate by this formula, B equal to L divided by 6 plus BR plus 6 into DS, that is 12.6 into 100 divided by 6 plus 36 into 6 into DS is 15, depth of slab is 15. So width of the roof is 36, this is the width of the roof 36 centimeter. So we will get capital B, width of the flange, this is the width of the flange, capital B. So we will get 336 centimeter. We shall not take greater than width of the web plus half of the sum of the clear distance of the adjacent beam on the other side. On this basis we will get center to center distance between the beam be equal to 175 centimeter. Assuming the neutral axis to be situated below the slab, we have 175 into 15 into n minus 7.5 minus 18.74.34 into 104 minus n. We have n equal to 35.4 centimeter. See figure this, C dash equal to 35.4 minus 15 divided by 35.4, we have 0.58 C. So lever arm equal to D minus this. So lever arm equal to D minus by, and we have formula C plus 2 C dash divided by C plus C dash divided by D dash divided by 3. So we will get 6.8 centimeter. So actual lever arm equal to 104.8 minus 6.8, that is equal to 98 centimeter. So actual stress in steel is 74.34 into 98 equal to 13539 Newton per centimeter square. Corresponding compressive stress in the concrete, that is C. So we have 1359 divided by 18 into 35.4 divided by 104.8 minus 35.4, that is 384 Newton per centimeter square. So maximum shear force equal to 48192 divided by 12. So we will get that 28152 Newton. Nominal shear stress equal to tau V equal to SVVD, that is this is the as shear force we have 289,152 divided by B equal to 36 into D we have 104.8, so we will get 77 Newton per centimeter square and 0.77 Newton per meter square. Percentage of tensile steel after 50% containment of the steel, 50% containment हो जाता है स्टील का, सो उसके बाद परसेंटेज ऑफ स्टील कितना होगा, सो वी हैव 37.17 इंटू 100, so we have 0.98%. For 0.9% steel tau we have 0.37, that is 37 Newton per centimeter square. Shear reinforcement of the concrete, this is the tau v you will get from the code book, and if you are not getting these points, please go through the T-beam design, you will get it, because in this step we are designing for the T-beam. Okay, we are designing beam, that is T-beam. Okay, if you are not getting these values and these concept and these step, please go to the design of the T-beam, you will get everything. Okay, so now tau v from the code book we have 37 Newton per centimeter square. Shear resistance of the concrete tau v BVD, that is 37 into 36 into 105, that is 139,594. Shear to be resisted by reinforcement, that is Vs, we have this minus this, we will get this value shear force minus this value shear resistance. Now we will get 149,558 Newton. Okay, we will provide bent up bar, so at the distance of 1.4 meter, A equal to 1.41, that is 98 we have, so we have 138 centimeter. So from the support shear reinforcement of 4 bars we have 21023 Newton. So let's 3 more bars bent up at the further distance of 138 centimeter. We have provided 1 bent up bar, so 3 more bent up bars we will provide at the distance of 130 centimeter. We have multiplied 138 centimeter. Maximum shear force at the center when the live load covers half the span, that is 17000 into 1.75 into 6 square, that is we will get 44625 Newton. Now this is the reinforcement diagram for the design of T-beam bridges. This is the whole process while we will design for the T-beam bridges. We have designed for the slab, deck slab, we have designed for the footpath slab, and we will provide reinforcement as we have designed, that is the for footpath we have provide 1.5 meter wide and we have provide 12 mm dia bars at the rate of 11.5 centimeter distance to distance, and for the slab we have 12 mm dia bars at the rate 23 centimeter center to center distance. Okay, for the T-beam we have designed, and this is the 7 meter length of the carriageway, and this is the bearing cord 7.5 centimeter, and this is the bearing cord, and this is the footpath, and this is the parapet, and this is the thickness of the parapet, and this is the height of the parapet. Okay, so this is the whole design, whole diagram for the reinforcement of the T-beam bridges. This is the process for the design of T-beam bridges. Okay, thank you.